Sip bliss, sip Krishna, sip Pankaj, sip Yogini, sip Rekha, sip Sudeep, sip iPhone, I can't see, sip Lakshmi, sip Atmatray, sip Krishan, sip Mrs. Sadhwani, sip Rumataji, sip Tina, sip Rekha. And I can't see the rest of you, but I welcome you all to the call and today's subject of discussion. Administrator. Are you alone? Do you feel lonely? This was a question which I got, and I think it could lead to a very nice perspective of spirituality. So my question to you, are you alone? Do you feel lonely? We have got, I think it was started by Rutanu, Samatma, Lakshmi, and Bliss. Rutanu.
Shivoham, Guruji.
Shivoham.
Guruji, yes, I am alone. We come in this world alone, and when we leave, we are also alone.
No, but do you feel lonely?
No, I don't feel lonely because divinity is always there with me.
But that's the question. Are you alone? Do you feel lonely?
I am alone, but I don't feel lonely.
Okay, why you don't feel lonely?
Because the divinity is always there with me. Sip is always within me.
So you don't feel that sense of loneliness?
No.
Okay, good. Let's ask others. Samatma?
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham.
No, I don't feel lonely. Neither am I alone. Because when Sip is everywhere, how can I be alone? And I can feel Sip in everything and each and everything. So there is no question of feeling lonely at all.
See, because normally it is very common for a human being to feel lonely. It is very normal instinct. But let us see. Let me ask you a little bit more deeper questions. Right now, I'm getting answers which are very positive. Lakshmi and Bliss. Lakshmi.
Thank you.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham.
Yes, sir. Sir, before I was feeling very much lonely, sir. After like twice, thrice I spoke to you. Now I don't feel lonely. I see God in everyone.
How come? How you see God in everyone? Tell me what's the magic?
I don't feel I'm lonely, sir. I feel that happiness, presence.
Even if you're walking somewhere at 3 o'clock in the morning and there is
Sir, I don't feel that. Before, when I was coming to temple, my father was scared to send me at 12 o'clock. He used to ask me, how will you come alone? I said, don't worry, I will come. You don't worry. I am not at all scared, sir, now.
So now you go back, you're not scared nowadays when you go back?
No, sir, I do come alone only after I come from temple.
Okay, good. Maybe you all can explain the rest, others who are going to speak. If you're giving a similar answer, then explain to the group what you feel, how you feel. So Bliss.
Hi, Shvam dear. How are you?
I'm good.
Shvam, everyone. I have write to you. You can read, please.
Okay. Bliss has the privilege of writing. I am alone. I live alone for several years since I lost my dogs and cats. I must admit that it is sometimes harder, and often I feel alone. Good feeling, good sharing. I try to set myself projects, goals to reach a better state of mind. I learn a lot from this loneliness to control my emotions and thoughts, but sometimes it's heavy, and even among the crowd. Beautiful explanation. This is what Bliss has said. This is what most people feel. Bliss says that I feel alone. And because of that, I lost my dogs, I lost my cats. What we do is we try to find companionship, or we try to find a partner, or we try to get a dog, so we try to find something that will take us away from loneliness. You know, yes. So somebody told me, I asked him, how do you manage your loneliness? You know what he told me? I manage my loneliness with whiskey. Because when I have whiskey, then I'm not lonely anymore. Whiskey, So Bliss. So it's a good session for you. See, it is very normal to feel lonely. They
Yes.
say, so that I got first person who spoke, which is a interesting. Bliss has given a subject, because man is a social animal. This we learned in school. Every man wants love, wants family. It's very natural and normal. But what when you don't have? So Bliss, let us see what is the answer to this question. Okay. So you have told me you feel sometimes it's heavy. Sometimes you feel even you're in a crowd, you feel lonely.
Yes.
So Bliss says, even I'm in 100 people, but I feel a loner, Loner. Loner means I feel alone.
Mm-mm.
You know, if I go, when I go to Switzerland every 1 or 2 months, you know,
Yes.
most Swiss people, they are not alone. They have a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Most Swiss people are alone, but they have a dog. And because of the dog, they are not lonely.
Yes.
But let us, thank you, Bliss, for sharing. We have now Bliko, Bala, Yogini, Rajendra, Vijay. Bliko.
Shivam,
Shivam, sir.
everybody. So if I'm in this call since 1 year, and if I asked myself this question few years before, it is definitely I was feeling alone, even if in the crowd also, and especially at home. If I am alone, I have to start TV, even if I am not watching.
Good, beautiful.
So like you need some company, right? I don't have dog or something, but I see here in Europe and in Canada also, 99% people keep the dog for the company because they feel loneliness without that. So this realization only came after I understand and logically, and then realize that is. So I am soul, and soul is ship. So I am ship, and ship is in all. So even if I am alone or I am in the crowd, I don't feel loneliness now.
Beautiful. Very good answer. And I liked what Bliko said. Bliko said many people are alone and lonely, and the solution is the TV. But many people don't want TV alone, Bliko. They want somebody to sit and watch TV. They want not just TV in the screen. They don't want, they want a live companion. And along with the live companion comes all the problems. You know why people prefer a dog? You know why? Because the dog is unconditional love. If somebody else is a big problem, loves you. Even if you slap the dog loves you. But if your partner, you slap the partner will slap you twice. So a dog's love is beautiful. But let us see where we are. I don't know where we are going. Like yesterday, I told you what a beautiful session we had yesterday. But I did not know the answer up to probably the end. And I don't know what you all took home yesterday. But let's move forward. Bala, what do you feel, Bala?
Actually, I don't feel loneliness, but I am nervous at any state. What we say, even though I go in the crowd, that time I am down. Sometimes the state, the state is not so up down. It goes that way. It is not like कि अभी सब कुछ आंखों में से आंसू आता है, भगवान के लिए भी सब कुछ होता है, but after some time again then I am down.
So do you feel lonely? Do you feel lonely?
Yeah, I meditate, I do everything, but even though, but वो जो आनंद आना चाहिए, आत्मिक आनंद, वो नहीं आता है गुरुजी.
So you must, today you will probably, hopefully get a spark from here. You know something, let me give you a small example. I used to feel quite alone and lonely, especially if I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Even if I have to go to the bathroom, if I want to go to the toilet, I would feel very lonely and alone at 2 at middle of the night. Now I don't. But there was a time when if I could not, I have a garden, I walk. If I would walk at 1 o'clock in the night, I would feel, I'm not using the word scared, but probably some kind of fear or
Yeah.
was there. You're like, I think Bala used the word nervous. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is some kind of nervousness or fear or uncertainty. But why does
No.
that come?
No, not fear, uncertainty. I am actually now had become practical, Guruji. कि है वो सब कुछ मतलब जो है अभी सब नश्वर है. I understand everything, but वो आनंद, वो bliss, वो happiness, वो spark नहीं आता है, Guruji.
Okay, it will come. Don't worry, it will come. Okay, Yogini, we will find a way, and I will today. You at least you will realize today how to find the way. Yes,
Yeah.
Yogini.
Thank you, Guru.
Thank you.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam.
Yeah, so as Komal, I'm still very lonely. I feel
Yeah.
the loneliness. But as as Yogini, I should not be feeling that. I
Right.
should always be in Satchitanand.
Okay.
So, because I realize that whatever is happening is to Komal, who is in the Boga, not
Yeah.
to Yogini, who has realized.
Okay. So then, how do you? So how have you changed? How have you transformed?
So now I don't get fear. I don't find any loneliness.
That's very good. If you.
I am within myself. I am happy with whatever is
But what
there.
do you think? What do you think is the cause of that? You're just being Yogini means what exactly happened? What is the transformation that caused you to stop being lonely?
I realize that this is just not what I should be feeling.
But that's not the full answer. It's a good realization. Let's see. Rajendra ji, are you alone? Do you feel lonely? So it's a good thing, Yogini, that you don't feel lonely. Very good thing. But when we get the answer, then we are in command of loneliness. For example, today I'm in command of loneliness. I don't feel lonely.
Show him, Guruji.
Show him, Rajendra.
Luckily, from last 15 years, I am alone in my house, and only one boy is looking for me. And but I don't feel presently loneliness. I don't feel it, because before sometimes I would feel loneliness. Now I am consuming the full time from morning to the evening. Sometimes I just practicing gratitude, spending some time with the nature in the park, meditate and listen. And I'm trying to understand that the loneliness, basically loneliness is a state of being. I have started loving myself to be with me. So I don't feel now that I prefer now to remain away from the people. Beard से बाहर जाने चाहता हूँ, especially from last 1 month. जब से मैं ये समझ रहा हूँ ये to go within and all that, because before that I was a government employee. I was never knowing anything about all these things. जब से मैं अंदर वाली journey समझ रहा हूँ, तो I prefer to be lonely. अभी इसको डर शर वगैरह कुछ नहीं लग रहा है. There is no डर. Loneliness से कोई डर नहीं, and boring भी नहीं हो रही है. Because now I have started.
How do you very good. How do you overcome boredom?
That is why I simply watch sometimes TV, Hindu mythology के TVs वगैरह serials watch करता हूँ, meditate करता हूँ, music सुनता हूँ. I don't allow myself to be physically lonely, practically lonely, mental loneliness. I don't want to. I don't remain mental.
Do you know who feels? Do you know who feels lonely?
My being.
Who's the one who feels lonely?
Self. Ahem. I think ahem.
Okay. Let us try. Let us get to the point. Okay. We have few more people. Vijay Kumar, Renu, Rumataji, and Pliko. Again, Krishan. Vijay Kumar.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam.
Guruji, aloneness is whenever I'm alone, means happiness. I am with happiness, I am alone. I don't feel aloneness. Loneliness is whenever I feel sad, then that is loneliness. I overcome my boredom because there is no boredom to me. Because I relish morning sun shining is there. Sunrise, I feel happy. Sunrise is God's gift. I feel very happy. And whatever nature, the birds singing, I feel very happy.
So
whatever natural.
So you're not lonely. So you say you are not lonely because you feel one with nature, correct?
One with nature, in tune with nature. I don't have any sort of boredom.
Okay, good, good.
Happy.
Let us see what the rest of the people. Renu Khanna, Renu ji, Renu Khanna.
हाँ शिवोहम सर.
शिवम बोलिए रेनू.
हाँ मैं अलोन हूँ, मैं अकेली रहती हूँ, बट आई एम सो हैप्पी. मतलब कि मुझे ऐसा लगता नहीं है कि मैं अकेली हूँ, क्योंकि वो जो टाइम है ना, वो इसलिए वो जो टाइम मुझे लगता है कि भगवान ने मुझे दिया कि अभी तुम अपने आप को जानो. और मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम मेरा कभी सिंगिंग में और खाली मेडिटेशन में. और मुझे बिल्कुल भी ऐसा फील नहीं होता कि मैं लोनली हूँ. आई एम सो हैप्पी, क्योंकि ये भी मैं सोचती हूँ कि शायद भगवान ही चाहता कि तुम ये मोह माया से दूर होके.
How many people you know like you? Okay, you're happy lonely, or most people are not happy if they are alone.
But I don't know. I am happy. Really speaking.
No. You are happy. I'm happy. I am happy to know you are happy. But do you know many people like you, or there are mostly people don't like to be alone?
I don't know such people. They feel loneliness.
They feel, right? People generally in this world, 99% of the people in this world feel lonely.
Yes, but I don't. मुझे लगता है कि भगवान ने शायद मुझे इतना अच्छा मौका दिया है कि तू मेरे से connect हो.
Because see, what happens is, one of the reasons today you have a family. Why do people have a family? People have a family because they want that togetherness.
And but I'm living alone. All has left.
No, very good. You're alone and you're very happy. You are lucky.
Yeah.
You are lucky. You're lucky. Let us see. Rumataji, let us see. Rumataji's stories will be interesting. I'm sure she will have something interesting. Rumataji, bataiye.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Shivoham.
Guruji, I feel, maybe I am wrong, I feel it is the state of mind which makes us feel whether we are lonely or not.
So do you feel lonely?
Lonely because when I am reading, book is the company. When I am listening to your bhajans, bhajans is the company. I don't think one should feel lonely. There are so many good things on the path of enlightenment that one should not feel alone.
So do you feel lonely or not?
No, I don't feel.
Let me ask you a reverse question. You have too many people around you. Do you feel too much crowd around you, or you don't even feel crowd?
Guruji, again, it is a state of mind.
Okay. Because I know people who say, "Arey yaar, kitne log hain yaar? So many people. मैं तो तंग आ चुकी हूँ. I am tired. Please go. I don't want people. Too many people." This is another extreme. And one extreme is I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. I am lonely. Both are extremes. Bliko, Kailash, Krishan, Rekha. Bliko.
Yeah, when you introspect that you are not alone, because God is within the temple of my heart. If God is within, how can I be alone? Even if I try, I cannot be. And if everybody is there, this all drama. So it makes no difference. There are 10 people or 1,000 people around me, because if you are concentrating that I am just an instrument of God and I'm nothing, so everything else is just a drama. And I sing this song. I like the song that मैं क्या हूँ कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ तुम ही हो प्रभु, तुम बिन मैं क्या कुछ भी ना. So if you are in the state of consciousness, you will never feel alone, and you will never feel boredom also, because you are within you are complete.
No, very beautifully said. But we all sometimes, there are times, I know there's a lady and she had a companion for 40 years. She had a man in her life for 40 years. And suddenly that man died. So when that man died, this lady is completely devastated. Because for 40 years, she had somebody with her all the time. And many people are living with this fear. Because they have, this is exactly what we call attachment sometimes. So how does one learn the art of not being lonely. And it has to become an art, which means that it should become a part of your life. It's not that it sometimes you feel, sometimes you don't feel. So let us see, I don't know. I actually got this question today for Zoom for this reason. If we are feeling lonely and if we need people, that means there is some piece of the jigsaw puzzle which is missing. What is that piece that is missing? And some of you are very well versed with the subject theoretically. I don't know practically. Let me finish the round. Kailash and Krishan. Kailash.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
I feel lonely and the stress comes if not with my family or the offices guys, okay. So that in the crowd I like.
So you feel lonely.
Yes, yes.
And when you are not lonely, you feel happy.
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. This is a very good. This is also a reveal something that the mind also makes us lonely. And in reality, when Rajendra was saying, ahem, ahem, who feels lonely is the ego, the I. But in reality, there is no mind and ego. This mind and ego is avidya.
Right.
When the avidya disappears, then where is loneliness? See the beauty in enlightenment, in the journey of enlightenment, you should never feel lonely. You should never become dependent on companionship. Right. You can enjoy companionship, but you should not become a fish out of water. Many of us, we become a fish out of water when we are not having our company.
Right.
This is wrong. This means lack of realization.
Right.
So this is, but we have Krishan, Rekha, Rajesh, Shaya. Krishan?
Shivoham, sir. When I live on the body level and I use my mind, then I feel loneliness because I need something. I have desire which need to be fulfilled. I need someone, persons to be companion. But when I am in consciousness, then I realize that God give me lot of love, kindness, and He feel fulfillment everything within me. So I never feel loneliness when I live on consciousness.
So how do you live? You live at body level or you live in consciousness?
During the day, I'm checking myself. 90% I'm living on consciousness, but 10% my mind will become in the picture. Then I'm live on body level. Only 10%.
I
but
know
I'm
so
trying
many.
to reduce that.
I know so many men and women, Krishan, जिनके बच्चे उनको छोड़ के चले जाते हैं और वो रोते हैं. They cry. अरे मेरा बेटा छोड़ के चली गई, मेरी बेटी छोड़ के चली गई. देखो बच्चों को कितना किया. We took care of children. We उनको बड़ा किया, पढ़ाया, पोसाया, किया, काम को लगाया. अभी हमें ही भूल गए.
They have wrong attachment. They are not attached with God. They are not attached with ship. If they attach with ship, they will never cry.
Okay, good. प्रॉब्लम है अभी ये कॉल में बहुत मास्टर लोग हो गए, बहुत ज्ञानी है. तो ये ऑर्डिनरी क्वेश्चंस दे फॉल फ्लैट. आई हैव टू गिव यू वेरी टफ क्वेश्चन. जैसे कल का क्वेश्चन टफ क्वेश्चन था, ये ऑर्डिनरी क्वेश्चन नहीं चलेगा ये हमारे ग्रुप में. अभी we have got Rekha Parvani and Rajesh and Vijay. Rekha and Rajesh. Shivoham.
I used to have this fear of loneliness before.
Yeah.
Before I was with AiR. So now I don't have it anymore.
Now AiR is not there, but how can AiR make you not feel lonely?
AiR can make me not feel lonely.
Because AiR is everywhere. Huh?
Yes.
So what made you overcome your loneliness?
I realized that nobody's art. It's a drama. That fear, like you said, I used to get when we wake up in midnight, that fear used to be there, kind of anxiety.
Oh, we are scared even of a chipkali. Chipkali क्या बोलते हैं?
Think of the
Lizard, no?
future.
क्या
Yes.
बोलते हैं? Lizard, not chipkali.
Lizard.
Oh, we are so scared.
I
We
used
are
to
so-
think when I used to wake up in the night, I used to think, what if I'm lonely, completely alone? What will happen? Now I don't think all that. I used to think that.
Some people, they get little bit chest pain, they immediately they run into cardiogram, their ECG. Immediately, thoda bhi there's a gas ka pain and the gas chest pain, they will run to take ECG. So all these are the same problem, different symptoms.
Yes.
This loneliness. See, today I have touched a very important subject, and I hope you will ponder upon it. We are coming to Shire in a minute. See, this loneliness only comes when there is a lack of realization.
Yes.
When you live, who told this? Krishan also told very beautifully, even Rajendra told, when you live in consciousness, my dear friends, I am now writing a lot on this subject. I think today my status also was this, I think. There is more bliss. There is more bliss in truth consciousness than any other happiness. There is more bliss in truth consciousness than any other happiness. Why can't we be in truth consciousness?
Yes.
We are unable to be because of the body, mind, ego. We are unable to be in truth consciousness. The moment we are in truth consciousness, it's Sat Chit Anand. What steals our Sat Chit Anand? What makes us lonely? You know what makes us lonely? In one word, anybody?
Our mind.
One word.
Mind.
The mind creates ignorance.
Yes.
The reason we are lonely is we are ignorant.
Yes.
We are ignorant because because of duality, because we think we are different from everybody. That oneness is missing. That's why somebody said, I feel one with nature. Not only nature. The oneness has to come with everybody. You should not feel that loneliness at all. How do you reach that state? And that state is called nirvana. That state is called ananda. How do you reach that state? That's the call. That is the purpose of today's call. I don't know how many people will be helped with this call. I don't know. Like I'm sure Bliss brought the point up. So Bliss, before I give to Rajendra, Rajesh, sorry. Bliss, we must not feel lonely, because if you say I am the soul is connected to all power, stripped everywhere. So the one who's lonely is Bridget. Bridget feel lonely. But if you are conscious, if you are in the state of consciousness, chit, you know what to say consciousness in English and in Sanskrit? It's called chit, chit. How you know neti, neti, you know, right? So we must be in chit. Chit means we must be in consciousness. When you are in consciousness, then you are connected to the divine. Then there will be no anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, fear, anxiety. Why do people get anxiety attacks? So many people, they get anxiety attacks. Oh, there's a problem. That will happen. This will happen. Why are people living sometimes with fear, living sometimes with regret, with guilt, with shame? All because of the same problem, the ignorance that we are with. Let me hear Rajesh Rao. Rajesh, Shayad.
प्रणाम सर।
प्रणाम सर।
आपने भी बोला और रूम माता जी ने जो बोला मैं उसके बिल्कुल आई एग्री टू इट, क्योंकि मन का खेल है सर सब। क्योंकि जिसने खुद को खो लिया उसने सबको पा लिया।
वो खुद को कैसे खोना?
क्योंकि मन के हारे हार है, मन के जीते जीत। कबीरदास जी भी कह गए इस चीज को। और उसके आगे क्या आगे कहा है सर, मन के मंदिर में जब तक बंदर है तो हरियाली है, वरना वो भी खाली है।
मन के
मंदिर में जब तक बंदर है तो हरियाली है, वरना वो भी खाली है। तो मंकी माइंड जब तक है हरियाली है, जब माइंड नहीं है
मंकी माइंड से हरियाली कैसे होगी?
कीप ऑन क्रिएटिंग समथिंग माया ना। ऑल लास्ट 3 days we are discussing that only.
So Haryali is not a positive. You're telling Haryali in a
it will create something now. It will create something to suffice your needs. It will create something to make you crave for happiness.
You said something very beautiful in the beginning when you started speaking, Rajesh. जिसने खुद को खो लिया,
उसने सब कुछ पा लिया.
This is the best thing you told today. This I has to go. Bliss, I feel lonely. I. Bliss, there is no I. Because of who feels lonely? Bliss, who feel lonely? I feel lonely. I. But there is no I. If you remove the I, nobody feel lonely. So that ability to be connected is beautiful. We have to have the ability to be connected. That's what is called yoga. How do you reach a state of yoga? How do you have that be connected all the time? So when we are connected, right? Yogi jo yog mein sada hi rahe, Prabhu ke yog mein rahe. So we have to try our best to be in yoga. And unfortunately, people don't know the meaning of yoga. People think yoga means breathing exercise and physical posture, Surya Namaskar. No. This is not yoga. How can we be united? Bhakti yoga, dhyana yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga, prema yoga. How? See, the problem is we are in bhakti. No, bhakti will not help. We are doing karma. Karma will not help. We want karma, yoga. For example, you are in prema. Prema will not help. You need prema, yoga. The word that will remove loneliness is yoga. What is the opposite? Who will take away loneliness? Yoga. Because in yoga, what Shail told just now, खुद को जिसने खो लिया उसने सब कुछ पा लिया. You have to drop the ego. E-G-O, ego, I. This I-ness is a big problem. This whole spirituality, the journey of spirituality, my dear friends, this journey of enlightenment. Today I'm in a meeting. I'm in a meeting with some CEOs. Once in few months, I meet some very big senior people, very rich people. For me, this is my window to see the outside world. But when I look at their life is so stressed. Their life is so full of misery. But people who are on the spiritual path, they are in such ananda. Many people are trying to become happy. You don't have to become happy. You just have to be happy. How can you reach that state of being happy? How do you learn the art? Rajendra.
Sir, for that, I think we have to inculcate the detached attachment. Okay, we may be loving our people around us. We may have compassion for them, but we have to remain detached. I'm telling practically, my people are at Delhi. My wife is at Delhi. For last 15 days, I am alone. And I have learned, probably I am learning. I don't say I have learned. I am learned that देखो आज सुबह से मैं 80% टाइम मेरा ऐसा था कि मुझे पता ही नहीं था यहाँ कोई नहीं है घर में. I don't know why I was. I don't know where I was. अब मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है मैं कभी सर को तोड़ तो मुझे कुछ बीमार तो नहीं हो गया हूँ. But I feel, but I am happy. Still I am happy. Although I know that there is nobody to take, जो भी है, to take care, to do this. ये thoughts नहीं आती हैं अब. I think ignorance is wiping away from my mind. जो मुझे ignorance आप बोल रहे थे. And I am trying to be oneness with the divine or जो भी हो रहा है, because I meditate, I do all these things. I don't know whether I am doing right or wrong, but इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपको कि मेरा दिन कैसे जाता है. Loneliness क्यों नहीं मुझे disturb कर रही है?
No, one more reason what you're saying, you're not feeling lonely is because you're busy. Another good thing to do if you're occupied the whole day. Who are the people who feel lonely? The people who feel lonely when they are not busy.
नहीं एक और बात, पर्सनल बात बोल रहा हूँ कि मुझे याद भी नहीं आ रहा है कोई मेरी बीवी, कोई बच्चा, कोई I don't remember, because जब से मैं ये समझ रहा हूँ, ये all these जो भी आप समझा रहे हैं इतने 2 महीने से, मैं सबको कुछ बोल रहा हूँ मैं, कोई और भी है.
No. So I liked what you said. I think you said it, detached attachment. आपने अभी बोला ना?
Yes.
ऐसे भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि we make people feel कि we don't care
नहीं,
about
नहीं,
it.
it is not. मैं ring करता हूँ, phone करता हूँ. नहीं, I'm telling my personal. I understand my own feeling.
Inside you must be detached, because if you are not detached inside, you are sure to become miserable. A person who is attached 100%, that person will be miserable. Not 99%, I can tell you. 100% if you're attached, you'll be miserable. You know why? The moment you are attached, you have expectations. The moment you have expectations, there will be disappointment. There is no escape. Sorry, I am really sorry, but there is nobody in this world who can be attached and who can have expectation and who cannot be disappointed.
Basically, my worries have lessened. My apprehensions have lessened.
Yeah, because you're becoming more and more realized. You're becoming more and more.
That is why I don't know, because you cannot understand. I don't understand what has happened to me.
You don't need to understand. No, you don't need, you don't see. What happens is sometimes you just have to let go. Another beautiful, very beautiful thing to do in life. I've taught you all ABC. Accept without protest. Then you do your best and surrender in consciousness. This formula is superb. ABC, a very good formula. But my dear friends, today's subject, why this subject came, many of us may feel lonely. And this loneliness, it'll eat into our spirituality. We should not let it eat into, because when we realize, okay, I am a divine soul, and I am part of SIP. Today, what discussion we did, right? What we said, ISIS, ISIS means what? I am a soul. Soul is SIP. I am SIP. SIP is in all. If we can only live with this realization, where is the question of having any loneliness or any misery? Cannot have. But we need to reach this point. We need to reach this point, and this point can only come as we evolve in this journey. Evolving in this journey of spirituality, moving away. Very, very important. Yes, Vijay Kumar?
Guruji, I got one more link signal from the SIP. Shall I discuss that?
Tell me.
That link signal is that, in fact, that SIP is in RIP. Unless one understands that RIP, one cannot attain the SIP.
What is RIP? Now tell us.
SIP is actually in RIP.
Yeah, so tell what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
It means one has to die before die. One has to understand RIP.
RIP. You mean RIP? You mean RIP? Say RIP.
Then only one can attain SIP.
No, so RIP is you can say one has to understand death. RIP itself is a wrong analogy, Diwali. RIP is a wrong analogy, right? So we have to let go of it. We have to, there's who rests in peace? Nobody rests in peace. So we have to let go of it. Renu Khanna, yes. Renu Khanna. Renu Khanna, unmute please. Renu Khanna.
Yes, sir. Are you getting me?
Yes, बोलो.
हाँ सर, मेरा मानना ये है कि जैसे एक गार्डन में माली है और वो सब फूल पौधों का ध्यान रखता है, मगर वो अपने आप को उसका ओनर नहीं मानता, इसी तरह हम भी, भले हमारा घर है, बच्चे जो भी मतलब है, उनको हम अपना एक कर्म समझ के पाले, हमारा उन पे कोई हक नहीं है. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम लिविंग इन दिस हाउस, तो मैं ये नहीं बोलती हूँ कि ये मेरा है, मैं बोलती हूँ ठीक है, मैं रह रही हूँ, इसका रख रखाव करना मेरी एक जिम्मेदारी है बस.
See, very good, because Renu, when you go to a hotel, you don't believe the room belongs to you, no? You check in and you check out.
Yes,
you
sir.
don't take the bed and the TV and you go out of the you're going out of the hotel room.
Right.
So similarly, when we check out of this world, nothing will go with us.
यस दैट्स व्हाई
And
मतलब कि वो क्या होता है, अटैच रह के भी डिटैच है, तो हम अपने कर्म कर दिए सब, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल बच्चों को बड़ा करना, उनका शादी करना, वो सब कर दिया, नाउ इट्स ओके।
see, all these things are okay, but sometimes हम इसमें फंस जाते हैं, we get caught in these things. What
नहीं
you're
सर,
saying is very good. What you're saying,
I'm not stuck in that now.
no, not you. I'm not. You're saying very good that there must be detachment. जैसे
हाँ,
आपने example दिया, जो माली सोचता है, he doesn't think that these plants are mine.
yeah,
He's only cultivating them.
yes,
See, so in today's call, like I told you, I want to share with you before I close. I see Rumata ji coming.
yes,
I want to share with you an important point.
yes sir.
We must eliminate loneliness from our life. We must not feel, because when you feel oneness with SIP, when you feel the presence of SIP energy everywhere, in soul, in Poshimom, in har kan kan mein Prabhu hai, this loneliness must be uprooted. That is the objective of today's.
Of course sir, मैं नहीं समझती हूँ अभी की, देखो मैं आपको बताऊं, मेरे 2 बच्चे दोनों छोड़ के चले गए, मतलब कि अलग अलग है, इवन हस्बैंड ही स्टेइंग अवे, तो मुझे कुछ लगता ही नहीं है कि मैं अकेली हूँ।
Very good, because you are spiritual. अगर आप spiritual नहीं होती तो
फिर स्टक होती शायद।
नहीं, फिर तो पूरा दिन रोती रहती। You would be crying full day.
I'm so happy। और अब भी तो सर ऐसा होता है कि मुझे क्राउड में जाना भी पसंद नहीं, जाती भी हूँ ना तो अपने में ही रहती हूँ, मुझे कोई नहीं पता आसपास मेरे कौन है कौन नहीं।
रेनू, what we must do is, whether हम crowd में रहे या अकेलापन में रहे, we should be happy no matter what. We should be happy all the time. We should be in Satchit Anand. Okay, last point. Okay, yes, Renu, we have to close. Time हो गया है। रूमाता जी जल्दी आप बताइए क्या करना है और we'll close the call. रूमाता जी, thank you Renu. रूमाता जी.
Guruji, I feel if one feels lonely, then if we are on spiritual path, we are not lonely. But if our loneliness, as you say, one is alone, is taken away by others, suppose friends, they take your time, or some other person take your time, so it is better than it is not good. It is good to be alone and be on the spiritual.
Beautiful. What a beautiful thing that Rumata ji said at the end. Sometimes it is far better not to have nonsense people around you, because the nonsense people around you will steal your peace and they will steal your consciousness. तो गलत लोगों की कंपनी तो detrimental, मतलब it is bad. It is much better to feel the divinity in your own soul consciousness. Bala, you want to say something quickly, Bala, before we close? Yes, Bala, unmute please, Bala.
Actually, I understand everything. I am happy, but that state doesn't remain. I just lose my happiness with my husband because the wavelength doesn't match. And so many now I started realizing कि ये आदमी आने से मुझे ये होता है, because नहीं ignorance, because that is also my ignorance. I understand that also, but how can I overcome that this thing? How can I overcome that problem too? And I am happy with my life. So many things God has blessed me with, so many beautiful people like you, and everything. I meditate, I sing a song, I dance, I do everything. But
refuse to lose your peace. Refuse to be unhappy. When a wrong thought comes, even if a person is coming into your life or a wrong thought is coming, stop it, crop it, chop it, drop it. You have to make a habit. अगर आपके घर में अगर कोई कचरे का डब्बा, नेबर आके कचरे का डब्बा आपके डोर पे रखेगी, आप अंदर लेके जाएंगे क्या?
नहीं।
जैसे आप गंदे कचरे का डब्बा को बाहर फेंकेंगी, कुछ भी नेगेटिव टॉक्सिक आता है उसको अंदर मत लाओ. Don't take it inside. Please put it. Yeah.
अंदर आने के लिए क्या करूं?
So कल tomorrow. This question you ask tomorrow, because today time is over.
Okay, thank you.
With folded hands, we will meet tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, I think we will meet at 7:30. Tomorrow we have a topic of ISIS. So tomorrow we will meet at 7:30. Thank you.
I really need solution, Guruji.
Don't worry. Tomorrow at 8 for you, but 7:30 we have a talk tomorrow.
Okay, Guruji.